The Shaker Boyz. That's this thing about these two 7th graders doing a social studies project that turns them into these, like, Rat Pack, Midnight, Vegas, cocktail hour gambling studs. Making all this money like they never even knew existed, getting all the women, then finding out they're looking at spending the rest of their lives in the care of the Ohio State prison system. Am I talking too fast? Look, there was these two guys over at Shaker Heights Middle School. Ricky and Jordan, they were a two-man posse. Let me tell you about these guys. It'd be funny just seeing them hang out. One's like real tall, and the other comes off like a retard, but has this monster IQ. They kind of help each other out. These two dudes totally turned the whole 7th grade into... Oh, and did I say how Jordan could memorize any combination of words, numbers, or anything else? I mean, he could recite the whole Shaker Heights phone book from memory backwards. He totally didn't wait to be asked. And the other one, Ricky, he's like the Phantom of the 7th grade. Froze up on tests and said the dog pissed on his homework, so they kept holding him back. The dude's been in the 7th grade at Shaker Heights Middle since longer than 2 whole principals. I mean, he's been in the 7th grade so long that when he started, they didn't teach history. The world's only 15-year-old 7th grader. Ricky's ready to get hooked up with real girls. You know, like in Victoria's Secret catalog type girls, but he was held prisoner in middle school hell. And one geek social studies teacher held the key to Ricky's release. It didn't come cheap. Ricky would have to do a research paper along with all the others. Nobody gets out of the 7th grade without it. So Ricky and Jordan teamed up on the research paper, like they did on everything else. And before you know it, they start learning all about percentages and angles, and they're covering all the action in the middle school, the high school, and at least 2 junior colleges, making all this money. And Ricky, he's way over his head with a totally hot chick that thinks he's a junior in high school, which he ain't, and richer than hell, which he's becoming, thanks to his pal Jordan. How can he explain to her that it's all just a social studies project? See, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but Jordan had this, like, photographic memory. It always made him seem strange around people because he was always reciting lists and scores to games and odds and, well, he and Ricky found out through their social studies project that you could make money remembering shit like that. Real money. And these dudes are like the top bookies in Shaker Heights. Only at heart, they're 7th graders. I mean, they operated out of a treehouse. But if you're ever lucky enough to see inside, it's like the pony room at the Bellagio. The caddies at the country club fronted the boys with the adults. They had a fortune in cash buried under that treehouse. Matter of time before somebody finds out, you know? I mean, considering everything they did was, like, totally illegal. Oh yeah, like I forgot to mention the whole thing about Ricky's dad. Check it out. He was a real mean Shaker Heights vice cop. When he tumbled to what was going on in his backyard treehouse, and when it turned out that this total babe that Ricky was lying to about his age was lying to him about a hell of a lot more than her age, and then when they couldn't find all that money they buried, they were in more kinds of trouble, dude. Those were some fireworks once all that shit came down. What they did then? Well, I'm getting way ahead of myself. See the movie, dude.